can Keanu Reeves' career recover? I want to bring in Kyle Stock, Bloomberg Businessweek Associate Editor. Kyle, thanks for joining me. Keanu, why is this a big deal story? Because he was once this big draw and now he's got one bad movie, or what?
And it's a big movie. I mean, it was big budget, big action, big release. It was delayed. It was expensive. So
why do they call it 47 Ronin? I mean, maybe that has something to do with it. It doesn't tell you anything about the movie.
It's based on an old Japanese tale from the 18th century that's been retold a number of times. And the biggest criticism of the movie isn't actually Keanu. It's that they're too true to the story, that it's too solemn and it's too long and it's not enough fun. It's not crazy enough.
It's not enough action-packed like The Matrix, for example.
Right, and a bit of nonsense in it. Speed and Point Break, and you got Patrick Swayze and a bunch of guns and a bank. Like that's a fun movie.
What's the Keanu Reeves curve? What's the Keanu curve?
So we had a busy news week here at Bloomberg. So we charted his big movies over the years, and we adjusted them for inflation. And you see, basically, if he was a stock on Wall Street, it'd be like an 8-year cycle. He's a cyclical thing. So every 8 years, he has, some big movies, and then he has a couple flops, and then he comes back. All
right, so like A Walk in the Clouds, that leads into what? The big blockbuster, $240 million?
Right. The Matrix was really huge. And for perspective, they expect the current movie, 47 Ronin, to make about an eighth of what the second Matrix movie did, which was his best box office.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's got this franchise of The Matrix, I mean, this doesn't sound as if he's, dead at the box office by any means.
No, I don't. I think he's fine. He's working on, he's got a couple big projects coming up. Science fiction romance with Rachel McAdams. So.
Does this mean that Universal is going to maybe change the terms of their agreement with him or not want to work with him? I mean, maybe it's just this one project.
It might just be this one project. I mean, apparently it was plagued from the start, a bunch of delays. They took a write-down on it recently, before the movie even came out, so that's sort of, they're acknowledging.
Do we know, is this a movie that he specifically wanted made? I mean, maybe this was the kind of thing where, you let the star do what he wants.
Yeah, I mean, he picks his projects carefully, but, the story was set, the directing team was set, I believe, and I think he liked what he saw. He saw a chance to be part of, a big spectacle again and a cool samurai movie. He likes martial arts, so.
Yeah, but the Matrix thing, I mean, is there any plans of for him to do another Matrix movie?
I don't know about another Matrix, but there is talk of another Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which this would be the third, which was kind of his breakout film that did very well. And he's 49 years old now, and apparently there's a script, so.
You talk about the third in a series. Is it all about trilogies? Is it all about these sequels in Hollywood?
It does well. I mean, Hollywood loves sequels in general, and if the second does okay, the third, there's...
It gets it easier to be green-lighted, right?
Right, there's legs.
And what about Keanu Reeves himself? I mean, does he pick only one movie every now and again to do, or is he not as prolific as other actors?
He's not as prolific as he was. He's getting into directing a little more. He did a small-scale film this summer that did fairly well, another martial arts film. So he says he's a low-key guy. I've never met him. So he's slowly...
And I would imagine he's not going to be a great fan of yours after reading this story right now.
Maybe not. I think he needs to do a hockey movie, though.
A hockey movie?
Yep.
Why do you say that?
He was a standout hockey goalie. There hasn't been a good hockey movie in a long time. I think it'd be a great fit.
All right.